Go to the 26th verse and listen. I'm telling you, I don't plan to be long. I'm going to tell you something. I said something to someone and a while ago, and it's been taking a couple of years to get there. I was trained on the speaker of the hour. All right. We got some folks that come from the old church. The speaker of the hour. I saw the preacher one time tell the preacher to get back up and preach. Because he didn't preach for an hour. Then after he sat down, it still wasn't an hour. He got somebody else up to come and preach. Come on, somebody. So I got him trained that there was a speaker of the hour. But tell somebody everything that you're taught doesn't mean to receive. Amen. Glory to God. Be up here for an hour, half dead. Y'all only paid attention to the first 3 minutes and the last 3 minutes. Y'all like the last 3 minutes, don't you? Yeah. That's good, Bishop. Thank you. Amen. We let us stand for the reading of the word if we have it. Glory be to God. We are so delighted, each and every person in their respective places. The apostle has already been through the protocol and name. I don't want to get to call it name until somebody say you missed my name. You just better make sure your name written in the book. All right now. Come on, somebody. We get it because everybody else knows our name. And we need to make sure he knows our name. Amen? Yes. Amen. Glory be to God. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. And it's going to be the 26th verse. We're going to start at the 26th verse. I'm going to begin to read and y'all can follow along and look here. For ye see your calling. Brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And God hath chosen the weak things of the what? World to confound those things which are what? Mighty. And base things of the world and things which are despised hath God chosen, ye and things which are not, to bring to naught things that what? Are. To bring things that what? Are. Look up towards heaven. You know our subject is the bread of life. But on today I want to talk about a subtopic of yes, I am usable. Look up towards heaven. It's our bread of heaven. Oh, bread of heaven. Feed me till I want no more. Y'all may be seated. Listen here. Yes, I am usable. Somebody say yes. Yes. I am usable. Listen, I want to encourage you on today that God can use you. God can use you. My reasoning of this message that the Lord has placed on my heart on today is to help each individual person show forgiveness to themselves and to move on. That's good, ain't it? Plain and simple. What do you mean here? I want you to be encouraged that God can what? Use you. Right? And the reason for that is the reason for me pointing God in this passage of that God can use you is so that you'll be able to forgive yourself and what? Move on. Look at your neighbor and say, move on. Move on. All right. Watch this. Can means power and ability. All right. Can means power and ability. What does can mean? Power and ability. All right. So power and ability means can. Isn't that right? All right. Can, to be able to have ability, to have power or to have skill. Well, in other words, God can use me. God has the power to use me. God has the what? Ability to use me. God has the skill to what? Use me. I know my neighbor can. I know my neighbor don't have the skill to use me. But God has the can. You understand? God has the can. God has the power, the ability, the skill, and is able to. Can means to be what? Able to. God can. God is what? Able to what? Use me. Tell somebody, I am usable. I am usable. I'm usable. Why? Because God can. I'm usable because what? God can. No, my preacher can't use me. No. The folks in the street can't use me. No, the people on the job can't use me. Matter of fact, I can't even use myself. But God can. God can. Watch this. Why am I excited? Why am I happy? It's because I figured it out. That Corinthians let me know, in Paul writing here, that I didn't have to be modeled. What do you mean here? In other words, I didn't have to be known in order to be used. Many of us think that we have to be modern, we have to be noble, and we have to have all these things that look right, sound right, dress right, walk right, in order to be right. But tell somebody, God can use me. In other words, I pointed out something to the congregation so many times about Mephibosheth is that I don't have to be a king in order to eat like a king. Oh, come on, somebody. I wish I had some Bible readers in here. The Bible lets me know that Mephibosheth was placed in a place called Lodabar. That's it, right? And the Bible said that David became king after Saul, right? And David said, is there anybody that I can show the kindness of God to? That I what? Can. Why? Because David is the king, and he has the ability, he has the power, and the skill to show the kindness of God. And because David is king and he has the power, he said, well, is there anyone that I can use my power, my ability, that is given from God in order to show the kindness of God? His servant Ziba said, yeah, there's Mephibosheth, who's the son of Saul, the son of Jonathan. Saul, who was king, was Mephibosheth's grandfather. His father was Jonathan. And the Bible lets me know that Ziba went and retrieved Mephibosheth out of Lodabar, which means a low place. He retrieved him out of the low place. Now watch this. His grandfather was a king, but he wasn't a king. He wasn't a king. But the Bible lets me know that he went to the table where the king was. And the Bible said that he won't eat the scraps, but he'll eat from the table. In other words, I don't have to be a king in order to eat like a king, in order to live like a king. All I have to do is be connected. Somebody say, yes, I am usable. The reason I'm usable is because I'm connected to the right bloodline. And the reason I'm connected to the right bloodline is because I recognize who my father is. Tell somebody, do you know your DNA? Some of us even take a DNA test because we don't know who our father is. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Glory be to God. But when I took my DNA test and I recognize who I am and whose I am, then I begin to be able to say that, yes, I'm usable. Listen here, I got to get back up the road. I'm almost finished here. But watch this. Yes, 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 yes. Yes means, watch this. The word yes, somebody say the word yes. It means used to give an affirmative response. In other words, when I started the subtopic off, I said, yes, I'm usable. In other words, when I begin to speak, I'm not going to wait until my words get positive, but I'm starting off with a positive word. In other words, I'm speaking. As soon as I open up my mouth, I'm giving an affirmative response. Some of us are waiting on to see certain things and waiting on certain things to happen and certain things to move and certain things to come to pass, and before we start giving an affirmative response. But we have not realized that if we were to give an affirmative response from the start, that is what's going to cause a domino effect. Ain't that right? Somebody say, yes, I'm usable. Yes means to give an affirmative response. In other words, yes, I'm standing firm on what I'm getting ready to say. usable, but he gave me, yes, I am usable. In other words, I believe what I'm getting ready to say. Some of y'all saying it, but you don't believe it. God, you gonna heal me. God, you gonna deliver me. God, you gonna break me out. But you're still operating with God in your mind. But tell somebody, I got a advantage of this one. Somebody say, I am. I am means God seen as self-sufficient or self-existent. I am self-sufficient. In other words, self-sufficient. What do you mean? Yes, I am. I got an affirmative response that I'm so self-sufficient. In other words, I believe in myself. That's the problem with some of us. Some of us don't believe in ourselves because of where we used to be. Some of us don't believe in ourselves because of what we used to do. Some of us don't believe in ourselves because of what we used to say. Some of us don't believe in ourselves because of what we used to think. Thank you, man. Listen here. One thing that we want to know is that God can use anyone. If God can use an ant, tell somebody he can use me. God can turn around and operate and work with animals. And guess what? He can use me. If God can use a Samaritan, then understand that that's a culture, all right? You understand? The good Samaritan is not, Samaritan doesn't mean like person. It's a culture, all right? It's a culture like African American, like Latino. It's a culture. It's an ethnic. But watch this. If he can use somebody that's on in a whole nother culture, he can use me. Come on. He can use somebody else on an international level. He can use me. If he can use somebody that's on the other side of the world, he can use me. If he can use somebody on the outside of the church, he can use me. If he can use somebody that's come from a whole different place than I came from, he can use me. If he can use somebody that don't know him, never even heard of him, he can use me. Watch this. Watch this. It's not about if God can use you. We already know that God can use you. But it's about if you believe that he will. That's why when I open up my mouth, I open up my mouth with confidence. I open up my mouth with a self-sufficient talk. Because I understand that God seen as self-sufficient, God seen as self-existent, is that when I abide in Christ, Christ abides in me. And so God is self-sufficient. Don't you know this word? He said, I am that I am. What did he mean? I am that I am. I'm going to let you know not only is he I am that I am, but I'm also I am. I didn't say I am that I am, but I am. Why? Because I abide in the I am that I am. And so if I abide in the I am that I am, then he has no choice but to be I am. Come on, preacher. I'm going to come to Bible study for that one then. Watch this, listen here. Watch this. God can use me. God can has the means to have the ability, the power, the skill, and being able to, right? All right. Now watch this. Use. Somebody say use. Use. Say it. Go ahead. Say it. Use. Third person tense. Uses. Past tense. Use. Past principle. Use. So you have uses. Use. Take hold or to deploy. Somebody say take hold or deploy. Take hold or deploy. God has the power to take hold of me. God has the power and the ability, the skill to take hold of my life. Y'all want to hear me? When it's going out of control, God has the power to grab the wheel and to stir it back to life. I know sometimes we've been talking about, Lord, take the wheel. I want you to understand something. Watch this. I'm the car. Let me say it again over here. I want you to understand something. Rewind. So I said that when you take the wheel. I am the car. I got 45 of them. So I said, God, take the wheel. I am the car. When I said, I am the car, in other words, I'm the one he's driving. He's taking to the next place. I'm the one that he's directing. I'm the one that he's leading in God. Tell somebody, God is in the car. If I'm the car, then God is in me. That's why he has the power to take me to the next destination, because he's sitting in me. That's some radical kind of preaching. God is sitting in me. People don't understand it. When y'all get back to your church, y'all going to tell your pastor, God's sitting in me. Folks on your job, get on your nerve, tell them God is sitting in me. Folks on the phone making you back, just tell them you better be glad God is sitting in me. Y'all never hear me again. But tell your neighbor, I'm so glad that God is sitting in me. I'm so glad that he's driving me. Got my mouth by the steering wheel. He's leading and guiding me, directing me down the straight and narrow path. Tell your neighbor, I'm so glad that God is leading me. God is leading me. I understand that I have problems in my situation. I understand that everything in my life isn't right, and every I isn't dotted, and every T isn't crossed. But my Bible said, for ye see your calling. Tell somebody, I know my calling. In other words, y'all, let me talk to y'all folks. And I want you to know that I know you've been looking at the folks that's uneducated, and be glad to be educated. Come on. Ain't nothing wrong with education. I was a school teacher for 6 years. Come on, somebody. And now I own my own school. Come on, somebody. So nothing wrong with education. I push education. But I understand that a straight A student can still be a fool. Come on, y'all don't hear me in here. Watch this. We have to understand that God is trying to let us know in this word through Paul, it's not necessary that he can't use those that are wise. He can't use those that are educated. But see, some of us are too smart for our own good. Some of us get too educated. And can't nobody tell me anything. Can't nobody say anything. Can't nobody do anything in my life. Why? Because I've been educated. In other words, those that y'all folks that think, can I come down some of y'all street? It's all right. You don't own it anyway. It's a public street. So I'm coming down it anyway. So watch this. You know, some of y'all folks get old. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody tell you anything. That's correct, brother. Can't nobody tell you, I'm quiet now. You must live on the line. All of y'all must live on the same street. That's what they're talking about, being so wise that you think you are knowing all. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we got to use some folks that don't know everything. At least they don't think they know everything. Why? Because some of us so full that we have no room, no space for what God is trying to pour. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about he's going to use the one that's not wise, the one that's not noble, not the ones that think they're so high and mighty.
Television.
Uh-oh.
Yes, somebody. Somebody help.
Some of y'all live on the left side of this street. You don't think you done arrived.
All right.
You think you done got there.
And you ain't ready.
Think you done made it to a certain place.
You ain't ready. Hold on.
God is looking at some. See, I don't say some of us. Some things I don't include myself in. I include myself in where it fits. Amen? Some of us get to a place that we think that we just got it all, we've done it all, we done been through it all. Can't nobody tell me anything, I done experienced it. As soon as you get ready to try to tell them something, I know I done been through that. That's great. I'm glad you do know. But see, what the problem is, there was different results come out of that same situation. And so, yes, you had one result, but I had a different result. So let me tell you about the way I know.
Right.
In other words, I understand you had an experience, but let me tell you about my experience. You can't tell it, let me tell you. What the Lord has done.
Yes, sir.
Not only what he's done, but what he done for me. Tell somebody you can't tell it. Like I can. You haven't experienced it. Like I've experienced it. You haven't lived it. Like I've lived it. You wasn't in it. Like I was in it. But somebody tell your neighbor, you don't know. Like I know. But it's what I know that makes me have a stern and affirmative speech. And that's what I know and what I've been through that makes me say yes. I'm usable. Matter of fact, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, if he can use you, he sure can use me. Sit down. Watch it. Usable, able, or fit to be. Usable means able or what? Fit to be. So in other words, yes, I am what? Usable. Yes, I am able, and yes, I am fit to be. Come on. Oh man, watch this. Usable. What is usable? Fit to be. In other words, if I'm not fit on May 27th, fit to be. Come see me on May 28th. I'm fit to be. In other words, when I say yes, I am usable, I'm already speaking and prophesying in my own life. So busy people are waiting on the prophet to come and speak in your life. And you forgot the songwriter said, speak over yourself. Encouraging yourself in the Lord. Watch this. Watch this. That's why some of y'all so disappointed, because you've been waiting on somebody else to encourage you. You've been waiting on somebody else to tell you how important you are. You've been waiting on somebody else to tell you I need you. And you ain't realized that you can tell yourself, God needs me. God wants to use me. I'm important to God. You're so worried about being on